Let's go through this week with some storylines. Actually, before we do storylines, your LSU trip.
Mm-hmm.
Can you offer some details for people? What's the plan? This is one of those venues that was on the bucket list.
Yeah, big time. And again, it was funny. I got a buddy of mine in New York. He's like, wait, I just looked at who LSU's playing. Like, how come you didn't go to the Florida game?
Yeah, why don't you go to a bigger game?
I'm like, well, because I'm an adult and I have a finite schedule where this would work. And who they're playing is less important than where you're going. I've always wanted to go to LSU. I've always wanted to go to Death Valley. Hey, newsflash, it's a night game. Like, I'm excited about the experience. I want to see LSU. I've been to New Orleans several times in my life. I'm going to be able to show some friends around town down there on Friday. We will drive out to Baton Rouge late Friday afternoon. I've got dinner at a very popular place out there. Got that rezo done. I reached out to some of my contacts in college football. I've got hooked up with tailgating. We are hooked up, ready to roll. 2 different locations on Saturday. Obviously, I want to hit the team store, bookstore, if you will. So if you have any requests, please let me know. But then we'll enjoy Saturday. We're going to tailgate. We're going to go out on the town a little bit Friday night. Nothing crazy. And then, just go to the game and enjoy it. I want to go to
It's a night game, too, right?
I want to go to Tiger Stadium and just enjoy it. And, I'm a little bummed out Georgia State's lost a couple of games. They were 6-1, and now I think they're 6-3 or 6-4.
Yeah.
They've lost 3 in a row.
Is that Clay Helton's team?
Yes.
Yeah.
Granger, the quarterback, they pound the rock. Look, they'll score points on LSU.
Yeah, sure.
Everybody does.
And you get to see Daniels, who, come on.
No, and that's exciting for me. So, look, there's nothing, no, I'm not riding a mechanical bull this weekend. No. I'm not going to have 21 shots. I'm an adult. We're going to get some good food. There is a couple of places in New Orleans I want to take the guys. And then, we'll get to Baton Rouge.
So you're doing New Orleans and Baton Rouge. You should.
Yeah, look, luckily the guys I'm going with have been to New Orleans before.
Okay.
So it's not like, I got to do everything.
Pressure to do everything when you travel.
Here's a hand grenade.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, 2 people are asleep in the back of the car. We're not doing that. But, no, I'm excited about it.
You should.
And it's just one of the rare opportunities to do it. Like, our schedules in football, you can't just indiscriminately leave. It's not how it works.
No.
And here's the other thing. I'm leaving this weekend. You know what I'm still doing before I leave? This pod, my New York show with Boomer. Like, dude, it's called responsibility. So I laugh when people who know me and they're like, how come you didn't pick this game? Jackass. Because the Wings don't play in Sweden that weekend, granting me a freebie Friday.
Yep. Get out early. School's out.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about it. And this will be a weekend. I know we talked about it earlier. There's no way around it. You will eat poorly this weekend. You can't go to Louisiana and not eat. You can't.
You should. You'd be cheapening the trip if you don't really dig in.
You've been down there before?
No.
Jim. At some point, I'm not telling you got to go for Mardi Gras. You're a little old for that now. I'm not telling you need to go down there for Jazz Fest.
Right.
Just at some point.
Oh, no, it's a city I want to visit. Absolutely is.
Louisiana
Food
as a state, and then, NOLA as a city. It is really hard to find an American comparative. I would tell you this. I will always put New York City as the #1 food city in America. But #2 is New Orleans. New Orleans is like you've gone to Europe. It's a different planet in many ways. The culture, the cuisine, the pride behind the food, the diversity of the food. New Orleans is a top 3 and certainly top 5 food city in America.
The only time I've been to Louisiana, it wasn't New Orleans.
You went to Louisiana Monroe Army, the home opener.
No. No, it's my college days. I was covering the CMU basketball team, and they played McNeese State.
You went to that?
So I was at McNeese State years ago.
What?
So I'm not telling you I got nearly the flavor of New Orleans, but the little stops that we'd make along the way, the food was incredible. And I wasn't even getting the best of it. Yeah, Joe Dumars College, McNeese State.
You went to McNeese?
I've been their basketball gym.
What was the impetus for you going on that trip?
I covered the CMU basketball team, and I was filling in for the play-by-play guy, so I made the trip.
What did they do, put you on a bus?
No, they flew us to Houston.
And you drove over?
And then we drove over.
Look at this.
Yeah.
I didn't know CMU had that budget.
Couple times a year.
Look at you.
Couple early this time of year, like November.
Did they win?
I think it might have been December. I don't even remember if they won. I don't even remember if they won the game. Jesus. I think they lost.
Do you still have a basketball program?
We do.
I'll tell you what.
Just played Oklahoma last week.
I'll tell you what you're not going to have.
What?
You're not going to have a coaching staff.
You promise?
No, it's not a promise.
You promise? If we make a bowl game
Jim,
in football, I'm worried they're going to keep him.
Jim, I got news for you. With what went down
I know.
with your boy Stallions on the sidelines,
Fingers crossed.
I don't know how they survived that.
And fingers crossed.
Who are you playing this week?
Ohio on the road. And then here's my fear. Not to diverge into MAC football for too long. The last game of the season is against Toledo. Toledo's already clinched, and it's in Mount Pleasant. I am terrified they're going to get to a bowl and justify keeping people that don't deserve the job.